On 26th January, India and European Union announced what has been described as the mother of all trade deals. It was a justified description because it was a massive trade deal. 7 days later, we have seen the first child of the mother of that trade deal. In my view, the Americans got the message. India had finessed the American market with the trade deal with Europe. President Trump's attempt to use tariffs as aggression in order to make India kowtow, in order to make India bow down, had been very neatly sidelined, because it is obvious that the Indian gems, the Indian seafood, Indian textiles, which were now being denied the American market, would find an equally big market in European Union, making the American threats infructuous. What we have witnessed is the triumph and success of a fundamental pillar of the Modi Doctrine. Prime Minister Modi believes in cooperative nationalism. Nationalism is, and India first, is the key pillar of his approach to the world. But this is linked with cooperation. And if nations across the world understand that they can cooperate with India and it is mutually beneficial to do so, then there is always the prospect of a happy relationship. In fact, the phrase that has been used by Prime Minister Modi is mutually beneficial cooperation. America now has seen the power of the Indian commitment to Indian honor. There was a lot of criticism, I think petulant criticism, by the familiar Delhi lobby when Prime Minister Modi first took a stand against what could be called tariff aggression. I think there were a lot of people giving less than wholesome advice that he should compromise. He did not, because Prime Minister Modi will not compromise with India's autonomy, India's self-respect, and India's honor. America now has witnessed the cumulative effect of India's stand. But the good thing is that I think the future of India-American relationship will now be on an even keel, a stable keel, and will deliver on the inherent promise that this relationship always has. But it is impossible to fully understand the immature positions that Congress seems to take. I mean, the tariffs have been reduced to 18%. How is that a climb down? I mean, that is a substantial achievement. But the Congress is overwhelmed with negativity. It cannot see beyond its self-interest. It cannot recognize the national interest. It cannot recognize when any government is doing something which is good for the country. This announcement has been welcomed all across the board. Those parties which do not want to publicly praise Prime Minister Modi, at least they have the good sense to keep quiet. But the Congress is run by a knee-jerk response, where I think negativity is its only policy.